Yo, what's going on, Virgos? What y'all got going on out there? 1 2 1 2. Is this thing on? It's on. I'm fucking with y'all. All right, so look, right? We're doing spiritual readings right now. So, whatever that means, tarot is spiritual, right? But sometimes I think a lot of us, myself included, can lean on tarot for worldly events and worldly things, right? So when do we actually make the intent of a reading spiritual? To like search our spirituality and stuff like that. I don't know. It's just I'm trying something new. You know what I mean? I've been led to do it. I've had a conversation with myself and I'm like, you know what, self? Got a pretty good point there. You got a pretty good idea. And I like listening to professionals. So I took my advice. Here we are. Virgos, you know what that's like, right? Being perfect and shit. Let me stop poking at y'all. But yo, listen. Let's get to it. Fuck the small talk, right? Let's get to this shit. This is the spiritual matter at hand, Virgos. Bam. What do we have? The Queen of something, Cups. All right. It's been a minute since I've seen this card. So, something happened with your mom. Your mom might have passed on. Pardon me if that's triggering something in you. My condolences if that's the case. If not, your mom may be suffering from some type of ailment right now. And it's kind of weighing heavy on you. And if that's not the case and your mom is in good health, your mom has had a major impact in the development of you and where you stand right now. And they instilled in you something that says never quit on yourself, never forget on your dreams, never quit on your dreams, never abandon them, never abandon your emotions either. And you were taught that out of love. If you didn't have that type of relationship with your mother, you had a woman figure in your life that showed you nurture, care, and concern, and you developed those things from them. But I also believe that this is something that you embodied from birth anyway, Virgo. That's what I'm picking up on. Some things have led you to the occult. And they led you into the occult because of some type of emotional experience, maybe a trauma bond of some sort that makes you like one of those time travelers in time travel movies that want to travel through time for the simple reason of saving someone that passed on that was dear to them, or to save someone who is facing a physical ailment of some sort. And is there I think there's an actual movie that I've seen, like this B-rated movie before called Astral Projection. No bullshit. I remembered it. I'm digging it up now. Pause. So this individual was actually a student in school. Let me tell you what I recall from it. There was a student in school, and they wanted, I forget what they were trying to fix, but they was definitely in school, and they called on, now if they was trying to save somebody or not, I don't 100% recall, but I think they were. And in order to do so, they had studied astral projection. And something about they found a psychologist, and the psychologist was trying to warn them, like, yo, I recommend that you don't do that, because if you're not strong enough or experienced enough, that shit could swallow you whole. It does something for you. It wants to create a pact with you. Now, I actually didn't agree with the information that was put forth in the movie, but I still found it entertaining and had an open mind to actually watch it. I'm like, this is not what astral projection suggests. Well, at least I haven't embodied this and encountered this, thank God. But they was taking it into a real deep and dark corner, or whatever the case may be. But my point is, my point of bringing that up is, this person was a real textbook nerd, had good friends and stuff like that. So it's like, I know Virgos are heavily book smart. At least the energy is, at least. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, how can a Virgo get caught up in a cult and shit like that when they're more like scientists? And I'm telling you how through that movie explanation. So even if you were more of the bookworm kid, you still got into the occult for some particular emotionally rooted situation. Like, you could have your moon in Cancer or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could be a Virgo that actually possesses emotions type shit. But let's look at how you view this situation, Virgo. 8 of Wands upright. I had this in who's reading? Damn, I forget right now. But anyway, it's about you anyway, right? Let me stop trying to fucking take the spotlight off of y'all Virgos. So you look at this as okay, I get that you're like the astral projecting type. It's very interesting that I brought that up. And the reason why I say that is, even before I drew this card, is because Sagittarius is here. And Sagittarius rules over travel, But I'm gathering from what has already been discussed, in combination with what I feel, that this travel is about astral travel, not like going to fucking Prague. And the reason for this astral travel is to obtain information that you gain when you're in the outer realms and bring it back to 3D consciousness. For the simple fact that you can, like, you've done this before. You've taken these astral trips before. Like, you're well versed in emotional, spiritual travels. Because a lot of our dreams come from emotional, either baggage or suppressed emotions or even past life memories. And you've learned how to tap into that. And it's like you got this gift now. And you're looking at this as a way to capitalize. I don't mean that in a sick way. I just mean it in the way that it is. Like, you can actually bring this type of education to the forefront, because that's what it is. You're looking at this as, this is education. Sagittarius rules over education too. Higher education. And you're looking at this like, okay, well, look, I could bring this to the forefront as something that's an actual tangible thing. Like, there's a process to astral projecting, obtaining information, applying it when you wake up from a dream, and actually doing something, building something, and making the connections between both worlds. And you're telling yourself, yes, I can do this. I don't give a fuck who says I'm crazy. I wouldn't give two shits. Because first of all, I'm a brainiac and I'm emotional. I got both of the things needed in order to make this thing work. And as long as you work hard at it, you're going to see the results. So this is like a real, you feel very optimistic about this. Now, you may be darting off to do this as well. Like, you're not wasting any time. You're like, I'm going to apply every spiritual occult thing that I know to this when doing this. And it may seem scattered to some who are viewing me or who you're getting your word out to. It may seem dodgy, like, okay, you're on and you're hot 1 second, and the next thing you know, you disappear for a few days, and then you come back full speed ahead. But anyone who's peeping you, they can see the progress, even though it seems rushed at times. Even when you take a day or two off and you come back, they look at your behavior, your mannerisms, or the way that you deliver the messages, and they like, yo, you're doing a lot. Maybe even you're doing too much, but that does not fucking matter to you. You know that you need that type of energy for this thing in order to produce solutions. That's how you're looking at this. You can become abundant behind this. Like, no bullshit. Whew. This is the main factor to consider, Virgo, when it comes to this. The Two of Cups. So we're talking about more emotions. We're getting back to emotions. You might find the love of your life from doing this. And again, you could make a book, like, I don't know, you could make some type of publication based upon what because I said you're going to bring it forth in an educational way. I don't know how, but something along the lines of publishing what you discover. And you can meet the love of your life from doing this. Somebody that's compatible with you, who's not going to call you crazy, who's not going to, try to undermine you and crack jokes on you and think it's a fucking joke or some shit like that. This is also, I'm saying this is the potential. This could potentially happen. So just think that this is a factor that you can consider, because maybe I'm picking up maybe the emotional trauma that you've been in through life has you alone on that throne. Sure, a queen is supposed to have a king, but not in these tarot cards. I don't see no king on the board. So the possibility is you can attract that type of soulmate into your life, and it could even result in marriage if that's what y'all want. And so, like I was saying, these emotional traumas that you went through, past lives included, has brought you to this point. It's going to take courage to go through with the union. It might have something to do with public at large. Like, you might be looked at as the person. You know how sometimes when people accomplish something and they get a platform for themselves, if that person gets in a relationship with somebody else, like, some of their fan base can turn on them. That's what I'm feeling. Like, you sure? Because that's my word. If they do you dirty, I'm coming after them type shit. You know what I'm saying? Some all in good fun, but some serious, like losing their crush and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Or thinking that, they'll get in the way of your skill and ability. Maybe you won't write that next book for them to be excited about. You understand what I'm saying? Because you in love now. That type of shit. All right, I'm out, Virgo.